Here. Right here.
Let me set my truck with
Aqui no Pan FM. Arango, olha foi a bom. Oi, vai dar é. What are they now? Oh yeah. Where am I sitting? What are they making first? Oh, I see. Say now. Are you funny or vous ne parlez pas tellement de métal quand elle a vu. You are about do video and say look at it, man, metal. All right? Yeah.
You love it, you say?
I'm not being one video. Who let it up?
I don't know the track, the title of this music, but it looks like the senator knows it because I saw him, he was nodding. This is the Prime Morning Drive on Prime FM 105.5. Time check, 12 minutes after 9 o'clock. It's a team of 3 persons, Kelvin Demi in the States, Arthur and Lara here. We want to welcome the senator. Senator, good morning and welcome to the Prime Morning Drive.
Good morning. Kelvin Odu?
Yeah, Kelvin is there.
Good morning, Danishas. Good morning to listeners on Prime FM in Liberia. Good day to our people on the social media, wherever you are. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I'm happy to be here. Give God the glory.
Great. How was your weekend?
Well, we here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the week got off to a good start.
Yes, and you know when you're passionate about working, a brand new week presents brand new opportunities to make some difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this program is being relayed on a number of online televisions. Towards the end of the show, we'll announce them and give them their due credit. But it's also live on our Facebook page. That's Prime FM Monrovia 105.5, and also on the Facebook page of the senator as well. Let's start off this conversation with the domestic debt. Okay, I got all the lists here. I'll read them towards the end of the show or in the middle. But let's start off with domestic debt. You've been a long advocate, for a clarity, to where are we as a country and people on domestic debt. Fine.
You didn't allow me to say hi to the senator?
No, don't say hi to me. Good morning, Kelvin. How you doing there in the United States?
Yeah. So let's hear from you.
Very fine.
Good.
Okay, let's hear from you now. Finally, the General Auditing Commission has released the domestic debt audit, putting us or giving us feedback as to where we are. But of course, there are controversies. Opinions are split down the middle. Where are you?
Thank you, Danishas. My uncle, what's your name?
Arthur.
Arthur. Thank you, everybody. Look, We raised this issue about 4 years ago, and every year thereafter. As a senator, every time we receive the national budget, we have a duty to scrutinize the budget, to make appropriate appropriation to sectors in our governance structure. And I spotted the interest of the government, which is a good thing, to pay domestic debt or to vendors or people or institutions that provide goods and services to the country through the government. Any good, responsible institution, including or especially the government, must be responsible enough to pay debt for goods and services provided by entities. In fact, it is part of the recurrent expenditure of government that can keep the wheel, the engine of the economy turning. Domestic debt comes from goods and services provided to the government by laid down rules. So a company, whether a foreign or local company, contracted to do a road, maybe one community road, and it was out to be paid last year, and they were not paid under the budget last year. It goes into domestic debt for the following budget year. I call domestic debt. On Independence Day, for instance, the catering company or entity or one person who will cater to the event, who is not paid by the contracting entity for the Independence Day or any national occasion. The person or the company that cater to the event in terms of refreshment and other things. If they are not paid that year, it goes to domestic debt for the following year. The entity that makes chairs, for instance, for public schools through the Ministry of Education, that is not paid on the budget year when the chairs were made, that payment goes to the following budget year. We call it domestic debt. I just give you small examples. Okay. So, and every country, every government owes vendor because people are contracted, and some people will pre-finance, some entities will pre-finance, and government pays later after performance, after delivery of the goods and or services. So, paying domestic debt is not a crime. It is not against good governance. In fact, it makes good governance and helps the economy to keep turning. But when payment of domestic debt, which is or should be a priority, becomes fishy and clouded in lack of transparency and accountability, that's a red flag. Especially by the authorities that have the mandate to pay people. When you can't tell who you're paying, why you're paying, is a red flag. So by 2021, I spotted that we have, I think, $64 million in the budget. 64 or $84 million in the budget. 84 in the budget for domestic debt. The following year, 2022, 84 million. Then I'm asking, who are we paying? The following year, another 84, $69 million, reaching almost 200 to 300 million from the fiscal autumn. It's a red flag. How? We're not paying many things. We get money, to fund many things, hospital, this and that. How come we get money to be paying domestic debt? Who we're paying? I raised the red flag. But at that time, people saw it as politics. The governor of the day saw me as a target. The Dillon mayor, he exposing us too much, he's a target. 2023 coming, he causing trouble for us. It was not about the politics because the record can show that in 2024, last budget year, President Walker's budget, the initial budget submitted of $41 million to keep the government running until the proper budget was submitted. On the record, I voted no on the budget because former Minister Wama Kamara had not submitted the budget, the domestic debt list on time, as I have always agitated and requested, demanded under the CDC government, for which I was on the record voting against those budgets because in my video was clear. So, what are the issues now? Thankfully, the GSA has audited. The GSA says one category of the audit, the government has paid over $200 million to vendors that the government says provided goods and services. We are going to push for the relevant agencies of government, including the NSCC and the Ministry of Justice, to investigate what are those persons or institutions that received illegal entities and what kind of services they provided, or whether they are bogus. If investigation should prove that they are bogus, we will push for their prosecution, including those who dole that money out. The second category, the GSA says, it is advising or recommending to the government not to pay claims made by people in the amount of $704 million US dollars. Don't pay, because during our audit process, these claims could not be verified. Now we gotta be careful that because they were not verified during the audit process does not mean they cannot be verified subsequently. Okay? But the GSC advice is, that man said he need on the list. He said, for instance, he didn't want constructed the road. But when we asked, either he didn't come and to prove, or the road where he said he did, he can show document.
The contract
he signed, who signed it, when, whether he went through the proper thing or other thing. So government, you don't pay. The unverified claims, if it remains unverified, it saves the country of $704 million US dollars. Domestic debt, we pay, we must pay, but we must pay to legitimate agencies and persons who actually provided goods and services. In fact, we want to further push, if your name on a list for road construction, and we give you a contract to do road, water feeder road, and we're supposed to be paying you while the road is damaging, we want to know what kind of road you actually face. Because imagine we're paying you for something that already damaged. What a quality that was put into it, and all that kind of stuff. So, these are some of the things in keeping with our oversight. Responsibility to push for accountability and transparency in our governance system. And that's why I've been raising the red flag. But in the country, apparently we like history rather than present time. When we're pushing this thing, it appeared like I just wanted to have talking point. I saw something, I felt something as a public official. I was not an advocate also and looking for attention. I was seated as senator, presiding over the budget, saw something.
You saw it as a conduit of corruption.
If bogus entities are there, it's corruption. And people who receive as bogus entity, if there will be any, That's corruption, that's fraud, that's grounds for prosecution without favor or fear. Yes.
Senator, it appears to me that this very GAC, I mean, we must commend them for the comprehensive audit report. I've been reading through it, but they did another report in 2022 on the same domestic debt. The first one was from January 1, 1980 to December 31, 2022. And then another one they did the same January 1, 1980 to December 31, 2024. I mean, two audit reports on the domestic debt. I mean, what are the readings that you've gotten from the two reports?
The two reports, as it's been alleged, carry almost the same principle. We want to see whether we are abusing public funds.
Okay.
We want to see whether people taking advantage of loopholes.
Okay.
Say for instance, when in 2022, they brought the 2022 budget with the fiscal outturn for 2021. Fiscal outturn in the budget means the actual amount,
The actual expenditure.
the actual amount government say raise and spend.
Yeah.
So if you put $84 million in the budget projection
To pay
for
for
2021 to pay for
domestic debt.
in 2022, when if you have $84 million in fiscal outturn, it means that $84 million you projected in 2021, you actually raise it and spend it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And pay. That is when it appears in the outturn. So once it appears in the outturn, it means you finish paying. You raise the money and you finish paying. So then you bring in 2022 budget. Where is the list of 2021? You finish paying, it means you know who you pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Where is the list? And if you projecting another $84 million, then it means you already know who you will pay.
Yeah.
You understand? And sometimes, you know, Councilor Gu, most of the time he's teaching us that,
You mean the latest ego?
yeah, teaching Gu. Normally I don't say the late teaching Gu. And when I'm talking about teaching Gu and Charles Brown, I don't put late because once some of us are alive, they are living by some means.
Yeah, patient. Yeah.
Okay? Teaching Gu gave me national life. That one,
Undebated.
yeah. Anytime the name teaching Gu is mentioned, it brings some emotions in me. So I don't see him as late once I'm alive. Okay, so teaching Gu used to tell us, especially me, openness and transparency is the best defense for truth.
Okay.
It saves you explanation. It saves you speculation and rumor. Once you open and transparent. So what do I mean? If you gave me a list this year to pay domestic debt, Tanisha's material entity is there for $100 last year. Your fiscal outturn says you raise the money, you spend it. It means Tanisha material entity received $100 on last year's budget. This year, Tanisha material entity is there for $100. The first thing somebody who will see that kind of list will think it's duplication. Will speculate it is duplication. Right? Why you pay Tanisha material $100 and he entity now last year and he need he entity here again, this year again for $100. If you don't explain that, somebody can already conclude, and without second thought, there's something wrong. Why if the original list carry Tanisha material entity that government owing $200? And this year, last year government paid 100, and so this year government can be clearing, right? If you don't explain it, you leave room for speculation and rumor and even to cast aspersion. Or maybe Tanisha material entity was actually owed $100, government paid last year, and this year list, inadvertently they put it there. So then, if that list is made public or transparent to especially stakeholders who are supposed to determine on the budget. When we ask this question, then maybe you say, oh, Muda wanted a mistake because it has to be duplicated. But if you had it a list for us, you made a list look at that personal property, that taboo. When the list comes, sometimes audit show that some names can be verified. Some people, they're clean, they're making, they don't pass it, no supporting document. Then you create this air of corruption over your character, and then it just generally casts the expression on everybody. And in my own government, in fact, we were just in Washington DC, I was telling a minister of government, the budget for next year that is supposed to be submitted at the end of this month or early November. It better be accompanied by domestic damage. Or else, you will hear from me.
This is the
so it was not a target on the Georgia government, it was an intent, an effort as a public official to save the country from spending money where,
Daniel, before you come in, Senator, the GSC done this work. It comes to the legislature.
Yeah,
you can be?
Yeah, you live. Kelvin, are you there? You live. You just tune up. I mean, I think you should be monitoring by. Yeah, you should be monitoring from a laptop so that there's not interference.
So maybe I don't need to listen to what the line. Am I okay now?
Yeah, I think you can just monitor direct instead of doing the live.
Yeah, sure. So, again, good morning, Senator Dillon.
Yes, sir.
The bottom line of all of these things here are that the monies, there's something is wrong with the way we appropriate our money, the way we expend our money, and the bottom line of all of these reports. I know it's an allegation, it is alleged, we should be investigated, but is that the right things are not being done. We have an institution like the GSC that is responsible to conduct audit. The findings are up. In previous years, and even up to present, we want to give you the accolade. We want to appreciate you for, the loud Murphy talking about highlighting about the need for an audit and the reports that are just, sitting on the desk and with dust all on them. A lot of persons perceive that, well, because you were not a friend to the previous regime, so those words were just on deaf ear. Now you're close to the powers that be. We are like 2 years and you're still trumpeting the need for an audit and the outcome of the audit to be looked into. All of the things you're talking, that Nigerians are interested in what will be done with these audits. You are close to the president. You are close to the power. Now you are one of the influencers. What's your official position on all of what's happening?
My official position and something I want to push for. The list will have to be reviewed by the Ministry of Justice and or the LACC to determine criminal culpability where applicable for prosecution, and to also clear people's name from the speculation that everybody who receives domestic debt receive it on dubious means. Criminal investigation will determine whether people were bogus on that list and they receive, and will prosecute for restitution. And going forward, our own government, the domestic list came last year, this year. So the Senate, the House of Representatives will pass a budget. This coming budget year, we will need.
How seriously does this government take it from the corridors of power? How seriously does this government take it?
As seriously as I'm talking, as seriously as I sound, and as seriously as I'm speaking to you, this matter. You know what it means for investigation or report to say, don't pay 700 million because on verified claim?
That's almost a whole budget.
It's almost a whole national budget that people have been claiming in the name of domestic debt. If is a little over a quarter of the budget that have been paid off in the name of domestic debt. And if over 200 million was paid off in the name of domestic debt, and criminal or forensic investigation, further investigation, can show proof that half of that money or a portion of that money was paid off on bogus means, those people must be held accountable. And they will and must be held accountable.
But how soon is the legislature or the Senate to verify through the Public Accounts Committee and all of that to come up with proposals of recommendation, probably from the GAC or so, to the President or the Minister of Justice or the Judiciary to take prompt actions?
Let me say this. And thankfully, I am a member of the PAC.
In the Senate.
Yeah, the Public Accounts Committee in the Senate, thereby making me member of the joint PAC of the legislature of both houses. My president and the Minister of Justice and LACC should not even wait on us from the legislature to do public hearing or the report.
Okay.
The law requires and mandates the GAC to report the outcome of any audit to the legislature and the presidency. The one that is reported or submitted to the presidency, anything that smells impropriety, especially criminal impropriety, don't be waiting for public hearing. The public hearing is not to determine criminal liability. The public hearing by the legislature, by the PSC, is mainly to determine system issues. Where it may be the GAC itself even overlook certain things, and the auditee can come and clarify. And then the appropriate recommendation to fix the system can be made. Or where we believe, because we don't have the authority as a legislative body to directly prosecute, then we recommend to the executive for criminal prosecution. But who is best suited to sight, spot, smell, taste, feel criminal impropriety? It's the executive, especially through the Ministry of Justice and the LACC. The publication, the receipt of the audit report should get these two institutions already into motion.
This is the Prime Morning Drive from Prime FM 105.5. Kelvin is in the US. Arthur and I are here. Senator Darius Dillon is our guest. Senator, let's go to the second talking point. Work permits. You've been again one of the probably the lead campaigner for work permits. And Liberians can do jobs that foreigners are doing. The Minister of Labor, Councillor Cooper Crow, was someone. He presented a report. Where are we now with work permits? Is all done and dusted now?
Tanisha.
Yes, sir.
In 2019, in fact in 2018, President George Weah's administration did something that never happened to this country since 1847.
What is it?
They paved the Dole Community Road.
Okay.
That was a project to make the people of Dole Community, Claverton area, and at least to give some easement to the movement. Yeah. That was a big deal. When they paved that road, it was a big deal for citizens and George Weah government. In 2019, I went for election. I contested. The residents of Dole Community walk on that road to go vote for me because they said they were jobless. That road they will eat. Today, I like to have this kind of conversational interview and discussion to pin my message in people's head. I don't know how many persons thought of it this way.
Okay.
You hear today, even our people, for instance, rescue mission people, they peddling this thing that government official too mean.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. It become a concern.
You're mean. You can't give. Even if you get 3%, 5% according to your capacity, the 6% you give. See, you mean. Then even the 2 or 3% you get, can say, hey man, I may give me something. Maybe you buy off your.
Everybody quiet.
Everybody, yeah. Even the one that you get. Yeah, they want this group because maybe they want somebody to go out there too. You know. We can do almost everything. Once that old man in the market saying the market high, the opposition will peddle that as we don't do anything. We got to be deliberate in providing jobs for our people. Gentlemen, I'm saying gentlemen to all of us in the studio here, and ladies and gentlemen in the radio land and on the social media, plenty of jobs in the country, in the private sector.
Wow.
But we, the government, through the executive, the Minister of Labor, I am safely saying as a public official senator, we prefer selling a job, depriving Liberians for work permit fee. That nonsense will not continue.
You mean selling?
We happen to take $1,000 and here the labor minister now say $3,000 for work permit. In here, increase the work permit fee will generate more money. These aliens, these foreigners can pay the work permit fee even if you put it at 10,000. You see, every time we the lawmakers, we pass laws, we pass in the law to make what they call enabling environment. Every time we ratify a concession, part of the things that inform our vote yes to pass a concession, to ratify it, is because this concession is supposed to provide 1,000 jobs in the economy. This concession is how to provide or will provide 500 jobs, additional jobs in the economy. If the Minister of Labor and the government feels okay taking work permit fee for 800 of the 1,000 jobs that's going to be provided by a company or a concession, we have actually not provided 800 jobs for our people. We have provided only 200. We sold 800 for work permit. Work permit for capitals, for drivers. Go to somebody road construction area. Foreigners are there waving red and green flag to direct the traffic. Liberians can do that too. Liberians can be managers, accountants. The only profession the labor minister has not sold work permit for, that the lawyering profession. Because the Liberian law strictly says you must be a Liberian to practice law in Liberia. If that law was not there, straight jacket, Corporal Crown was going to sell the legal department of all these entities for work permit. Liberian lawyers will not have retainership and contract with any of these companies. And somebody thinks we're supposed to sit down. The people say we are not providing jobs for them. That is why our people are agitating for jobs in government.
The pressure comes back.
The pressure comes back to us, especially the lawmakers. The people say we're there for ourselves. And we are not righteously angry to say there are more than 20,000 jobs out there that the labor minister has issued work permit for, some on the record, some not on the record. 10,000 of those jobs go to Liberia in the labor market, in the private sector. The economy will change. If you take 3,000 for work permit to pay somebody $2,000-3,000 for that same job every month, take it at 1,000. Say this accounting job is 1,000. Give it to a Liberian. How much will be in this economy?
1,000.
1,000 every month.
Yeah.
Times 12. That's 12,000, right?
Yeah.
Take 1,000 for that same job for work permit and give it to a non-Liberian. That means only keep full money here. The rest of the money is in their home.
Maybe pay rent.
Pay rent, and sometimes they are experts, so the company pay their rent. So they get it awesome. Take that same job that is paying 2,000-3,000. Give it to a Liberian. Qualified. No partition business. Once you qualify Liberian, whether you're from Liberty Party, whether you're not from Liberty Party, whether you're from UP, you are not from UP, whether you're from CDC, you are not from CDC. Once you are a Liberian qualified, you can drive a heavy-duty truck, a big mountain or Western cluster or Aslam meter looking for a heavy-duty driver. Give that job to a Liberian. Let them on and see what happened to the economy. Our people say, we the lawmaker, we don't do anything for them. Let me tell you what we put in the law. The Decent Work Act will authorize the Minister of Labor to issue regulations which has the force of law on regulating non-Liberians in our labor market. Regulation 19 issued, that is in force, issued by the Minister of Labor. And admittedly, the former labor minister that was inherited by this government and we are using, so there is no excuse.
From Councillor Charles Gibson.
Yes. The regulation says we gain its authority from the Decent Work Act. It says, before you issue work permit, so let's make it clear, no particular job discretion is restricted for Liberians. But the way we did the law, it means all jobs, Liberia first preference. It means Liberians and abroad have the first right of refusal. It's a legal, you know, when they say you have the first right of refusal, it means if an opportunity comes, you're the first to look at it. If you want it, you qualify for it, you get preference, they will give it to you. You will be the first to say, no, I don't want anything before they start looking for somebody else. First right of refusal. The way we crafted the law. And Cooper Christ, a lawyer, he knows it. The law says, any job vacancy in Liberia, in the private sector, in the labor market, must first be advertised.
Put it in the newspaper.
Put it in the newspaper for 30 days. Put it on the radio for 30 days. And we went beyond, we said put it on the website, 2 Liberian websites for the same 30 days. You know why we include that website? Because it's not every Liberian qualified for a job may be resident in Liberia. You will be living in Sierra Leone, Ghana, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Australia, America, but you stay in Liberian. You can see that vacancy on the website, you get interest in it, you qualify, you can apply for outside Liberia. Once you are a Liberian, then you apply, you qualify, the Minister of Labor will ensure that you get a job. In the law, we say, if the company, because the only way a Liberian who is a driver will know that there's a job vacancy at Aslam meter when it's advertised. Right? The only way a Liberian who is an accountant will know that there's a vacancy at Fuani Brother or at SETI, accounting, and vacancy, unless it is advertised. We went further to say, when the person or entity applying for work permit for jobs in our labor market, in order to get a work permit, you must demonstrate that you've advertised the job vacancy in keeping with the law.
Being transparent.
And being transparent. And the labor minister and the ministry will verify, and after verification, they will issue that entity a certificate that they went through the processes and they didn't find any Liberian or no Liberian apply or no Liberian even apply or qualify for the job. They will issue that certificate that will give reason to give the work permit. But more besides, work permit is not must not be renewed every year just for the fees.
Okay.
Why did we contemplate and say work permit should be 1 year? It get left or 1 year.
Yeah.
They expire after 1 year.
Yeah.
You know why?
No.
Because maybe this year they were looking for driver and no Liberian will qualify to drive.
Right.
Next year, then because of that, because companies coming in, they need more drivers, and Liberian did not have interest in driving job because that job was not plentiful. Now, plenty of companies coming and they need more drivers. Then maybe the Liberian who did not get the opportunity last year for that job, he going to school now, driving school. He get a driver lesson, everything. He qualified now. Next year, don't renew that driver lesson for that foreigner because Liberian is now qualified. The work permit was not intended to be renewed every year, general. It was intended to give Liberians the opportunity to advance themselves for those areas, and or the company that brought somebody to do a particular job at the time that a no Liberian will qualify for, and that company is on an obligation to train Liberian. So after a few years, knowledge can be transferred. How do we feel sitting in our own country? We provide the avenue for jobs, but Liberians not getting a job. No, it's not possible. Yeah.
These are very profound points. The very good and profound points I mentioned, but how can this be verified? I don't think you rely that the jobs available. You said we see him. It's one thing to reflect. It is another thing to move it. So moving forward, the problem of Steffi, you mentioned that I'm fair and really maybe we must have a change on that front, but how can we do this doable so that Nigerians can get the job you said?
Kevin, let me tell you something. It can be very vexing to me, very annoying, not Kevin, but at the idea that work permit fee is helping to generate revenue
for the government to operate.
Look, work permit fee.
That's one too is helping to discourage foreigners from.
It's not true. Work permit fee was $100. They put it to pay. They increased it to $250. They post still pay. Gonglo came and increased it to $400. They post still pay for the work permit. Gonglo came and increased it to $1,000. They post still pay. You give it to $10,000. They post still pay. You know how the company is paying for the work permit fee? It is bringing you here, they pay upfront for you. Then they take it from your pay later on. So it's not the individual that paying the work permit fee, and the big company have the money. You understand? And some people argue that Liberian get work at the Liberians are working at the embassy, can go to West Home and stay there on time. When you go to the embassy, they can ask for a small thing.
No.
Enter the environment.
Yes.
Liberian working at UN in Liberia, they can go to work on time. Liberian working for companies, they can go to work on time. I, as a national leader, would never buy that foolish and lazy argument that maybe because one or few Liberians get bad working ethic, it means generally. The same way people in the media and the public can say, everybody in government corrupt. I think you should help me for this and that. It is a comfortable statement in the country. Yeah, all of them corrupt. You understand? You can cast negative expression on a whole group of people because few people,
are not
performing to the task. You understand? So, Kevin, I do not buy.
That's not my point.
What's the point?
Yeah. My point is, now that we are in the context of the house,
yes,
it's affirming that there are jobs that should be for Liberians but not given to Liberians if they're foreigners. My point is, how do we give back Liberians what they deserve for a job?
But you see what we're doing, Kelvin? We are saying the Minister of Labor must not renew work permits for the sake of renewing it and boasting that renewing it gave us revenue in the budget. Go by the law. When the work permit expire, in fact, the last time I said it, we voted and communicated with the Minister of Labor through the President, the Executive, that the Minister of Labor should inform every entity or persons that having work permit 3 months of the expiration that your work permit is about to expire, the likelihood it will not be renewed unless proof can be shown that their job, no Liberians qualify for it. Give that 3 months notice. And all work permits are not issued on the same day, so all will not expire the same day. Every day, every week, every month, certain quantity of work permit expire. The Minister of Labor is ornamented and authority not to renew those work permits in the name of renewing it with girl revenue. No, work permit, we should not sell the job.
But that brings the Senate oversight or the legislature oversight, particularly to ensure that it's implemented. Because if not, then the labor minister will be doing
implementation of laws, enforcement of laws are left to the function and authority of the executive. The legislature is like, and should be like turtle on fire on a turtle's back for the turtle to move. You understand? The legislature can
the turtle refuse to move.
Then if the turtle is not moving at all, then mean the fire will put it on the turtle's back is not hot enough. The legislature does not have enforcement power. We cannot issue work permit. We can demand, we can push for the non-issuance of work permit. Look, Calvin, go to B Mountain. B Mountain has, at Western Cluster, they have 100 heavy duty drivers. 45 of them, they are Liberians. The minister made a revelation in a public hearing that we had in the Senate as a result of my demand communication that was endorsed by plenary for us to have this discussion of work permit. The Minister of Labor came and told us, that's about a year now, a year ago, because this topic about work permit started in October last year on my initiative in the Senate. The Minister of Labor told us that when he went to Western Cluster, they have 100 heavy duty drivers and operators. 45 they are Liberians, 55 are non-Liberians. Wow. In my view, it was alarming. The minister justified that the entity got 55 heavy duty drivers or operators because they could not find 55 qualified Liberians. Okay, maybe it made sense at the time, it's possible. But you paying the 55 foreign drivers $3,000 US every month, and you paying the 45 Liberians each $600 every month, each of them. I'm coming. They are operating the same vehicle, the same machine. They are operating on the same work time. What we have employed Liberia, it means they get a skill to operate that equipment, right? Sure. And the foreigner you employ, he got a same skill too. So why one skill is 3,000 and Liberia one skill pay is 600? The Minister of Labor said they will investigate 1 year now.
He has not come over a report.
Yeah. So
let me come in. Before I lose track of this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So we had a very fine conversation at national level and different platforms about the work permit issue, the implement of work permit. Senator Dillon has said that we increased it, for example, to 10,000, 15,000. He did a backtrack with historic high that it was 100 before, and now it is at 3,000. The foreigners are capable financially to be able to pay that bill. Now, my thing here is, do we now, the Senator Dillon raised some very profound points, like, for example, there are jobs that Liberians can do, but it has been given to foreigners. Do we have a tracker, or can we have a tracker? Let's say, for example, let's put the mountain into perspective. What jobs are there that are being done by foreigners?
Carpentry, painting, electrical work, masonry, program, plumber. Yes.
My next point is, can we now update, can we do a metric on the number of foreign carpenters that they have that should now be given to Liberians that were given to Liberia's.
Join me, Kevin. Let's demand this of the Minister of Labor. Join me.
Maybe we'll find time.
And not only that, we should not give the Labor Minister. And let me make it clear here. When I started this thing, I saw some press releases and statements from some of my friends and people from Nima. They say I'm targeting Nibaians. They say, boy, he did the same thing to Prince Johnson. Peace be to him, actually. Look, let me be clear here. And I'm not carrying too much. But let me be clear here.
Only for serious, but if it is true that the buyers were saying that to Senator Dillon, that was childish.
But you hear the press release from MDR and other organizations? Yeah, but so let me make this clear here. We led the confirmation of Cooper Craft as Minister of Labor.
You led it.
I'm a ranking member of the Labor Committee.
Okay.
I led his confirmation.
Okay.
During his confirmation hearing, I asked him about the authority and impact of work permit, giving it to foreign officers, providing a job for Liberians. He said when he ministered, he would make sure that no work permit will be given to any non-Liberian unless no Liberian qualified. During his confirmation hearing, I said 6 months after we review this work permit issue, because plenty job in the labor market, go in the stores.
Yeah, I've worked in many stores.
Go in the stores.
I mean, you see,
if you have 20,000 stores across Liberia, and you have 20,000 non-Liberians and store bought, there are 20,000 jobs already. I'm telling you, the jobs plentiful in this country. In the labor market, we're selling it.
Skill on skill.
Skill and on skill. Plentiful. We are selling it.
I agree.
So, I told the labor minister, excuse me, Kelvin, I wanted to make it clear that when I confirm the labor minister, Cooper Craft, he was not Pastor man.
Okay.
But when I confirmed him, he was not crew. He was from Nima. When I led his confirmation, he was from Nima, like how he from Nima, he was not Pastor man from Grand Bassa County. When I'm dealing with him on a performance as a minister, it can't be that because he's from Nima. I'm dealing with him because he's Minister of Labor and I'm doing the right thing. It's not because he's from Nima. No, please. We shouldn't do that to our people. And they get, you know, God, Jesus said, forgive them. They know what they're doing. They put a man, you know, say that they don't want to get him joking inside and laughing. So he said, Father, forgive them. They know what they're doing. I saw some jobless Liberians bringing placard in the name of defending Cooper, and you get job. I find you get job.
Let's go to the other talking point. Kevin, you want to come in quickly, and then we're running out of time. It's
so
3 minutes.
Today, as we leave for here today, I'm hoping that it will get on the agenda.
Okay.
I'm asking the plenary of the Senate for us to go further with this thing.
Okay.
Tomorrow, when the thing busts open, this country will understand that the red flag that we've raised and continue to raise meant a lot to the economy and the well-being of our people, the happiness of our people. Today I'm going to ask the Senate, hopefully we can get our endorsement, that the GSC will order the entire work permit regime.
Okay.
Work permit, get plenty things tied to it.
Okay.
In order to get work permit, you must have resident permit.
Yeah.
You must have resident status. When do you have resident status? You have resident status after you enter Liberia as a visitor, and you stay here 90 days. After 90 days, you apply for resident permit. So you apply for a resident permit, and when you get a resident permit, after the immigration have reviewed and no certified all your records, and they give you that resident status, permit status, you can now say, I want to find a job. Or company can employ you by requesting for a work permit. The GSCs must audit whether most of the people who get work permit, how long they even stay here.
Wow, that's another eye opener. Let's go to the
And all the work permit issue, what the LRA has record on that?
Kevin, you want to come in quickly, then we'll go to the other issue quickly?
Yeah, quickly, I just want to state here for the record that we should not. Senator Dillon made a point. He also mentioned in one of my concerns that it is the prerogative of the media to do the same. So, as part of our job and responsibilities, I would like to recommend that the board should not stop at just highlighting the issues.
Correct.
Work permit, the implementing the fares, the revenue generation part of it, but I'm interested in the particular point that he made, that should interest every Liberian, that there are a lot of jobs available, but these jobs are not given to Liberians. And you highlighted the instance of tracking, truck driving, and you just made the rest of it. I look for which is a good thing for the government, which is a thing for the government to provide a tracker that, say for example, V Mountain had the total number of 80 drivers, and 60 of those drivers were foreigners, and maybe 20 were Liberians. And we believe that the very jobs that they were doing, the 60 foreigners were doing, I think that Liberians would be. Under the period, during the period under review, we were able to give 40 new jobs or create 40 new jobs to Liberians. In masonry, in carpentry, that were given to foreigners, but now given to Liberians. I look forward to that conversation in the coming months and years. How does that sound?
In fact, that should be the final conclusion. The labor minister and the labor ministry must monthly, every month, release the labor statistics for the labor market in our country. How many jobs were added this month? How many jobs lost? Why? Because some of these people, they created these jobs purposely to bring some people.
Yeah, to bring their own people.
If you will push them to get a job to Liberia, one of two things could happen. If they were paying the expert $5,000 for that job, if we have to give it to Liberian, they might want to reduce the amount to $2,500. I would prefer for a Liberian to get $2,500 every month on a job than having nothing at all, sitting down at all. All some of these companies could just redundant the position. It should form part of the labor report, the statistics, monthly. We will push the Minister of Labor to issue monthly report on the labor market in this country. How many jobs we added, how many jobs we lost, and why. And the areas of concentration to encourage more Liberians and to have interest in that field so that subsequently they can get jobs too.
All right.
So I agree with you, Kevin.
All right, this is the Prime Morning Drive on Prime FM 105.5. Senator Abe Darius Dillon of Montserrat County is our guest. Arthur and I are here. Kelvin is in the US. Senator, quickly, let's go to this other. It's 8 minutes after 10. We should be out of here by 10.
I gotta go to
10:10. Quickly, where is the bill on setting, salary at 5,000 for public officials? And the war on drugs and the LDA new team. I mean, quickly.
So sometimes I would discourage some people now with the other topic. In 2020, I submitted this bill. There are certain things require.
So it's 5 years now.
I'm coming now. There are certain things require public support. Or else then sometimes your one can sound like you just want to for photo here, you just want, it requires public support and pressure. I submitted the bill for us at the legislature and ranking people in the government to make 5,000 or less monthly. It would do that with 100 of us at the legislature, both houses. We saved the country $4 million already. For me, I identify who can help the country. It will make 5,000. And I said 100 of us because the speaker, the deputy speaker, the protest are, So, if 100 of us decide to make that law, that will make it 5,000, just from the legislature, that $4 million, the government will not spend for salaries.
Monthly?
Annually.
Oh, no.
Then we can redirect that 4 million. When we do that, because we have the authority by law to determine how much the people in the judiciary will make, or the president and people in the executive will make, once we do that one to ourselves, we have the courage to do it to the president and people in the executive and the judiciary. Once we can start with ourselves first, a half order reduce the other money. I put that bill on the floor in 2020 and say, oh, they don't play important things, you want to lay you something, blah, blah, blah. In fact, my men in city were fair with me. Because for that bill to pass, it means my 2020 election was going to be more possible.
Get more flavor.
Yeah. Yeah, what them development is fake. They put in people in. In 2024, under my own rescue government, I reintroduced the bill on the floor. The day I reintroduced the bill on the floor, so my colleagues were laughing and said, they don't talk nothing for camera. Let the camera be later. Imagine if another lawmaker had introduced that bill on the floor for us to reduce our money. And I say, you're talking for camera, we're not reducing our money. Master talk. We're going to be the news in a negative way against me. But under my own rescue government, look, a half a referee to get a record.
That's a big parable.
When a player even mistakenly keep behind a friend, the referee can get a yellow card. That same referee running on the run of play and mistakenly keep behind somebody one player, that mistake can get the record. It takes courage for us in government, especially the legislature, to reduce our salary so the public can understand that we are sensitive to what's happening in the country. Our salary is not nothing. When me not nothing, I don't want the amount. Chief, I will not be one of those persons who will say we need all the money because the people can beat our. No, if the people here that have money in our pocket, I can beat our door. When we take it from in our pocket by the law, we do the money. Chief, if the people say they don't faking you, blah blah blah. Let 100 all of us fake in the legislature and made it $5,000 and save the country $4 million every year. See what of that $4 million can redirect to other sectors, what of that money will be fake. I'm challenging citizens, UP people, my own Liberty Party, or non-partisans, independent Liberians. Your challenge all of us in the legislature to be fake like me on the salary thing. Let's reduce it to 5,000 and see if the 4 million will save. If that 4 million will be fake. Then I'm fake. But the reason I went all around to explain, I want him to say, I tired of my salary, ain't get interest in the country. The country ain't get interest. Civil society can't pick it up. My colleague can come in the studio, you can interview over there. You can't say Senator Dillon get bill over there. Put it on the microphone.
I've asked Senator Sowe. I've asked him.
And you support it, right?
Yeah.
Find how many other persons in that house? But every time you're sitting with a bill, I'm tired with that bill, and then when the country, youth or media, the people, they were in that Capitol building every day to know who will be speaker, who will not be speaker. That's their business. The thing that concerns the public, it don't interest them. The thing that should matter to the public, it don't interest them. Some who got new speaker, what did you not change for you? Who were in that Capitol building all day to see who coming with service, who not coming with service. What the thing that it concerns you that what you can take interest in? So when passing people say, Dillon, why your salary bill? I say, you just want to. When you're ready, you don't hear any Jawlo there.
Yeah.
For civil society. Issue a statement, a Dillon faking. That bill won't pass it. The money will realize for the country. It will not be fake. The Eddie Jawlo, they will think everything wrong in the legislature.
He said that the media is exhausted.
Of course. Chief, even a work permit thing for Liberians to get jobs. And now some Liberian can say this thing united against our, you know. Why you talking against the Minister of Labor? You didn't even see that. That's right. LSCC invite or someone, public official, or present or former, for investigation. That former official and current official you can see holding placard.
No.
Now they see holding now citizen in order to defend a less corrupt person. They very LCC for inviting that person. But when LCC invite the person, then they call the radio, the government won't prosecute, and when the government won't prosecute, now wait home. When you in leadership, just do for the people. Do your work, it will show later on. Do your work. While you doing your work, some people in the name of politics will curse you, they will disparage you. In the name of politics, even the men who want to benefit from your advocacy, because you're not in the same party, you said that 49 you're talking. In the name of politics. So the salary issue, anytime people ask me about that salary, especially media or civil society, people are to cheat them. Are you serious? Join me at the cabinet building. Impress all my colleagues to the join me.
Let's hear from you the war on drugs.
Well, the war on drugs is taking shape.
Okay. How?
We were struggling from the beginning to take a hold and put a, get a foothold on it. I believe it's taking shape. When there's more alarm, more arrest, and all the different hidden means by which drug was being smuggled, transported in the country, when all these means are being detected and exposed, it's taking some shape. But we ain't been here yet. Liberia has one of the best drug laws in the world, and I speak to this with certainty and authority. As a lawmaker, a ranking member of the Judiciary Committee who worked on the concurrence of the amendment of the drug law, the current drug law, and credit to Representative Thomas Boswa of Grand Bassa County, who initiated the amendment from the House of Representatives. And when it came to the Senate, we took our time to add more teeth. Liberia has one of, if not the best drug law in the world. It only short of one thing: death sentence. Only death sentence. Our drug law provides for prison term for 10 years, 25 years and above. Currently, we elevated drug-related issue to capital offense as in not available on a certain degree level. We provide for deterrent. If you brought drug in the country on an airplane, the government of Liberia, in keeping with best practices, meaning in keeping with what can happen around the world, the government of Liberia has the authority to confiscate that plane, ground it, and investigate how the drug got on the plane. If investigation proves that drug, they knowingly, the operator, they knowingly put that drug on the plane to transport it to Liberia, Liberia has right to sell that plane and the money used to empower DEA and other agencies of government fighting drug, and including rehabilitation of drug users. In the law, ship. When we catch ships with drug on it, land at our port. When we catch truck or any kind of car, whether that pimping or keke or SUV.
Even if you find it in someone's house.
If you find it in someone's house or somebody using their home and to sell drug, mass production and other things, mass wholesale and other things, and investigation can show proof that our house that is being used, the proceed is the one that built that house, government can confiscate the house, seize it, and sell it, and the proceeds used to fight drug. In the law just saying that, say, you just use me, you will see. Some of you are seeing videos of DA officer exposing drug, taking from in the car door. Inside the car door school. And you see them on school in the car door. That one person just go in the car and on school the car door and put a drug inside. The driver know. The driver or the owner know. And the owner take responsibility of the conduct of the driver that you assign your car to. We can be showing this video there.
And nothing happens.
And nothing happens. And the government sell one of those cars coming through the border or inside the country transporting drug. And they catch it. and they got to unscrew the car door to take the drug from inside. It means the drug entered that car door with the knowledge of the driver and or the owner of the car. Government has ground by law to sell that car. Imagine a government sell one car like that. You think when you give your car to the driver, they warning you again. That's what they call deterrent. We put everything in the drug law. In the drug law, we say, when we catch you importing, mass producing, wholesaling, no bill for you. When we catch you, you go to jail, you stay there throughout trial, and when you are convicted, you're going to jail for about 25 years. In addition, we say in our drug law, if you are a non-Liberian, we will send you to jail for 25 years. After the 25 years, from prison campus straight to the airport, we'll deport you into your country. You're not staying in Liberia. It's in the law. But you see, lawmakers can enforce law, my people. And I'm not making excuse for the lawmaker. And you say, what road are lawmaking? And the executive road are enforcement. Why don't you be beating off for the executive not enforcing the law that we feel making?
Maybe from the oversight.
But the oversight is where the fire is to put the total back. Or if the fire now had, then the post stay bring up. Right now, if there's traffic in single, somehow say they traffic where the lawmaker then do. We feel making a vehicle traffic law, how the traffic should flow in the country. Who's supposed to direct the traffic? And the police? But you lawmaker get down and say, let me help to direct the traffic. The simple say, whole lawmaker direct the traffic. He even know it from I don't know what you can get. So the drug issue, the government is taking some deliberate steps. In my view, it is steady, it is incremental. We need to be even more robust. The DA is being empowered. We took the DA budget in 2024 from around 2 million to close to 4 million as a start. Go recruit manpower, go procure logistics, prepare yourself for the fight against drug. Unfortunately, the personnel at DA, instead of going prepared to fight drug, they were fighting for power. Almost 6 months to 1 year, there were leadership crises at DA. The president changed them. And in my view, that's leadership. He brought in an interim team, and then he brought in another team led by Anthony Kuo. The immediate SWAT. Yeah, Anthony SWAT. You sure SWAT?
Yeah, Anthony SWAT.
Okay. Then the same power struggle in DA visited DA in. So the boys ought to be fighting drug, they're fighting for power. How will fight the drug? So the president ought to remove them again. DA problem is not only a financial issue, it's also leadership. There are some people who they're not happy with me. Senator became senator, but they were not wrong for making me senator. There are some people who feel disappointed, but they were not wrong when they made me senator. They believe that I will go do the right thing. The president has never been wrong. We have never been wrong. When we confront those people at DEA, they came with a credential and we believe they had the expertise. Their conduct at DEA is disappointing. So from time to time, the president had to keep changing them. The current administration at DEA, they acting. I don't know whether they should act for long because the way they acting, maybe they get impressed you. Maybe after the nothing, they will go find out there. They go back to Liberia. And you know, but DA now is getting logistics. DA, there's more exposure. In fact, the communities, all of us Liberians together, we are more alike about this. We want to take the initiative to start building more prison compounds, to put more people in jail.
Yeah, because that's one of the issues.
And why they in jail, especially users and traffickers and importers, why they in jail, we rehabilitate them there. That is why in our advanced or additional demonstration for concrete action in the fight against drug, Tuesday of next week, I'm submitting to the Senate for consideration that we send to the House, and hopefully it can pass expeditiously for the President to approve it. I'm submitting a bill to amend the authority of Criminal Code D
Okay.
to give a concurrent jurisdiction over armed robbery case and drug cases.
Okay.
Criminal Code D has jurisdiction over only armed robbery case. The other criminal codes, like Criminal Code A, where you have the capital offenses like drug and things that are not payable, that code docket is huge and powerful. And in keeping with the practice, unless it is a murder or treason case like that or capital offense, the case when it can go on top, they can go way to the bottom. And you understand? So if we want to demonstrate our one for a drug, we got to do some practical things, so fast track some things.
Yeah.
So I am submitting that bill. I'm sure my colleagues have spoken to some of them, good reason behind it. We will pass that bill to amend the authority of Criminal Code D. So again, only have authority on only armed robbery cases. It will have concurrent jurisdiction over armed robbery and drug cases. So that Code D can be the place to speedily prosecute and try and prosecute drug cases. So we can put plenty of people behind bars. The more people behind bars in keeping with the law, the judiciary too will have to help. The law says jail people for 10 years and above.
A judge.
A judge jail a drug user or drug importer for 4 years. Then the legislature again will pass a law. The judiciary must help too. Even in the fight against corruption, it must be a holistic fight. All branches must see it serious. Asset recovery team went to recover assets deemed to have been gotten by illegal means, right? The first thing, you're not taking the people property from them to go sell it. You say, we season it. We season it until we investigate, because it can't be in your possession, will be investigated, right? The people, how they call it, gracious right?
Gracious right.
They went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court put stay order on asset recovery action. Prohibition is issued, or people pray for prohibition for that rate, to say the court should stop something from happening because it's illegal. And if it happens, it will injure the person that asking for the prohibition. So the court must intervene before something illegal happens and they will get injured. So the court put stay order on the asset recovery function, authority over that particular matter. In the stay order, the court say return the people property to them. While we're looking at the stay order petition. The Supreme Court sat down for 9 months to decide one prohibition case. When after 9 months the Supreme Court decided the prohibition, the Supreme Court finally concluded that asset recovery has the authority to do what it's doing, but they must do it in keeping with the law and due process so they can go ahead. When asset recovery went back for the property from Greater Right, they were finished selling it. They finished disposing it. Somebody said, asset recovery ain't doing nothing. But asset recovery cannot violate the order of the court. Then the people who want rush prosecution and see people behind bars, imagine if the government through the executive branch, the justice ministry, were ignoring instruction from the court. The simple will say, we respect the rule of law. When you won't respect the rule of law, then the cases are dragging by the judiciary. The judiciary has a role here to play in our collective fight against corruption, financial impropriety. The case with Samuel Tuedem, for instance. Samuel Tuedem, first thing our people must understand that when you charge people, whether you let the first thing, I must lay the police. Feelings can win criminal case. Your feeling about somebody, they person correct. Ain't that your feeling? Partisan sentiment and partisan instruction or mandate can win criminal case. That evidence, watertight evidence, proven beyond reasonable doubt, that the one can win criminal case. That is why they say when you come to court on criminal prosecution, you should produce or adduce evidence that is watertight and it must be beyond reasonable doubt. Not some reasonable doubt. All reasonable doubt. That is it. So they partisan sentiment and feeling that prosecution is not doing well. Let's understand them also talking. When you charge somebody criminally and that crime is bailable, the person file the bond legally. They can be also exercising their democratic right.
I mean, Senator, we out of time, but this is
I want to lay on something here.
But the executive too has been wanting. I mean, if you look at the case with Bakulu.
So I want to lay on something here. So we prosecuted Senator Tuere. But the legal practice, especially in Liberia and other places, everything, anytime somebody raises legal issue, those legal issue, motions and things must be tried first before you go to the substance of the case. Even the fire case from the Capitol building, every time the prosecution won't proceed, they said, don't admit anything here because people were tortured. The other report here, the court said, no, we admit it. Then the defendant run to the Supreme Court. Then the Supreme Court say, hey, downstairs, you're over here. Or say, yeah. So every time there is an issue of law to be disposed of, a delay the main trial. They appear like prosecution weak or the delaying. But if you say, okay, the court said I'm a whole, stay on proceeding until you hear from them. We're not listening to that court, we're prosecuting the poor. In fact, I okay on the microphone.
But there are times the executive.
I come into the executive aspect. The judiciary is not helping. The delay is too much. The judiciary is the one that interprets the law. The law says speedy, trial, impartial, and fair trial. There is a reason why the framers of the law did not say the trial must be hasty. It said speedy. There's a difference between speed and haste. Haste can be reckless. It can lead something up. But speed can be deliberate, can be calculated. The judiciary is not helping with speedy trial. They delay too freaking much. They must be brought to book. The executive is being proactive, but it needs to step up. The executive cannot indict, especially public officials, and the public officials stay in their job.
Yeah, I mean,
that is why I agree with my colleague, Senator Boto Kane, that once the executive has indicted the superintendent of Babu Kane, he should have been suspended the same day. And I'm calling on the Minister of Justice to make the case because prosecution is under the domain and authority of the Minister of Justice unless if it is LSCC that indicted him, LSCC must make the case for his suspension. But even before LSCC and Justice Ministry make the case, the fact that the man is under government indictment, it means government already believes that this man has acted with impropriety, financial, economic impropriety. He cannot be presiding over government function as a superintendent. I'm demanding a suspension today. I concur with my colleague Boto Kane.
This is the Prime Morning Drive on Prime FM 105.5. We'll take just 5 calls. I mean, we got to go. We're already 3 minutes over time. The senator has to go to section. So we'll take just 5 calls. 0776 236 528. 1 minute, no more than 1 minute, because we want to take 5 calls. You the first. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Danisha.
Yeah, good morning.
To our Senator Darius Dillon. This is Senator Sumo calling from Capitol Hill.
Yeah, let's hear you, Zina.
You said that's us to the Senator. And Senator, you've been a lone fighter on the issue of domestic debts. And we want to employ you for that. And also, in reference to the 5,000 bill that you profile, told the Liberian Senate, and I left a statement, we Liberians don't know what debts for us.
Okay.
Or else by now, we should have been the one to go in numbers and demand our lawmaker to reduce. But the same people you advocate for, they are now the one fighting you. So I just said, Senator Dillon, keep on the good work, keep your eyes on the ball, and the people will judge you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's do this 1 minute, please. Zina was in 1 minute. Hope you 1 minute too. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. Senator.
Let's hear you. 1 minute, please.
Yes, I want to applaud the Senator for pushing for the Liberian people. And I don't want to thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Let's do this one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
Thank you. I'm
Yes, make a point. 1 minute, please.
For me, normally I don't agree with Senator everything. But I think all your shoes are dangerous. When the Senator was addressing the issue about his bill, the reduction of their salary, I was curious to read this morning, but he's very fair. Some of what the Senator said, I want to agree with him. For the first time, recent time, like we are still not serious. Because sometimes I feel like you're asking the question, why would you mount pressure on one of our leaders? So we just say, how they buy and criticize every day. We are not doing anything to put the people with less criticize to do the right thing. I'm just going to tell them, you know what, you're not out of bill.
Okay.
He said it's fair, he needs support his colleague. And that is quickly in 1 second. I mean, it's about the job, but Senator, I agree with what you also said, the some of speaking, for example, is people that don't want to bring the jobs. But if you have a big lady where somehow different and somebody in government, these are people who give people all that to their job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Somebody people know I hear further when they call you, they will give instructions to the subordinates, oh, my man, shoot down there, load down there, and once that is but it's so these things will be difficult to handle until this, so you win power. Also, you can defend yourself when people commit crime. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's do this. You're 1 minute over. Good morning.
Tanisha, good morning.
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
Well, I'm in Monrovia, Tanisha, and let me say good morning to Senator Dillon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be to be the second, and I'm in Monrovia.
Yeah, quickly.
Tanisha,
Yeah.
I listened to the senator, and I think he spoke very well. Look, Senator Dillon is not a disappointment to us. Senator Dillon is a gift to Montserrat and Liberia at large.
Okay.
Look, the senator and many others stood for this administration. And so if the senator is standing up on issues of national concern, and this abuse the mind of any Liberian or any United Party or rescue supporter who will think that because this person is from their county and this person is involved into doing things that will denigrate the administration, the focus will not only on that person, it comes even on Senator Dillon because he was one of those who campaigned.
Okay, thank you.
So the senator is
Thank you. You're 1 minute over. Thank you. Thank you. You're 1 minute over. We said 1 minute. I'll stick to the time. Good morning.
Oh, good. Yes, good morning, and good morning to the honorable man.
Yes, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Morris. I'm calling from Tupu.
Okay.
So the honorable man, I've been my chief, for a very long time. That is, I've been voting for him, voted for him the one time. I'm a physician. But for the fact that he has been putting good things on the table. In election, and re-election, I'll go for him again.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's do the last one. You are the last caller. Good morning.
And unfortunately, and I'm blessed, I want to thank you, Danishas. I want to thank Kevin. I want to thank your colleague for bringing our senator on. Senator Dillon is fascinating this morning. Take it or leave it. Danisha, let me share this with you quickly. We Liberian, we have our own problem. Sometimes I wonder, you know that Danisha, the people we deserve to suffer.
Me, I want suffer. Me, I want suffer, man.
I'd like to be brutally harsh this morning. I give you a classic case with Achipompom. Achipompom brought up a salary delay for the judiciary workup, the judiciary increment and salary. Achipompom got brain. I thought that the judiciary workup or the civil servant in general who has stood in solidarity, the next day the people go to work. Can you imagine that? The next day the people go to work. I won't go present. He go present. When last you see on protest, the Liberian people mass protest that Senator Dillon said the highest cap salary, the maximum for government public official should be 5,000. We have our own problem. We deserve to suffer. Take it or leave it.
Thank
This
you.
is the brutal truth.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. Thank you very much, Senator.
Yeah, that would do it. I mean, we could take calls up to 12 o'clock, but Senator has to go and we have to go to Senator. You listen to the concerns, and even though 2029 is still far, but I mean, I will ask you, you running or you sitting down?
I'm telling you, you know, I cannot be in office in 2025 and be thinking about 2029. The people who want be there in 2029, they don't want to be thinking and talking about My business is to be working every day. When we reach 2029, it will decide itself. The people who want that 2029, that didn't want, will be talking about 2029. I want to thank the callers. I want to thank all of you for listening to and following. Look, let me close unrelated. I hear some people from the opposition say nothing has changed since Bouaka became president. That thing made me vex. And I heard people like Mr. Cummings, Alexander Cummings, and you know, and I would not be disrespectful to Mr. Cummings and any other political leader or Liberian who feel because of politics that nothing has changed. Let Mr. Cummings and Mr. George, we are former president, we are. Two of them from Maryland, from the southeast. Let them get in a car from Maria today and see they will not reach to Maryland today. What are the cars will be stuck in the mud? Then they themselves will know something has changed. They should drive. Let them drive in the car. That aren't big jeep, even small cars. If they get stuck anywhere on the road going to Maryland, and they reach today, and possibly if they won't come by, they return today. Then they themselves will come say, no, the thing will turn around, something has changed. Former President we are, and what her name? Mr. Alexander Cummings. I dare them to go put a generator on. It will not start.
Because it stayed low.
It will not stay low. They use the current. Current is more stable and expanding to more homes and across the country. If you are a national leader, you want to lead the country, and you say nothing has changed since 2024, even the people who say should vote for you will say you are not serious. Mr. Cummings and Mr. Weir can't be going home this time and ask, call in advance to the hall if LEC there, because they know LEC is there, right? Yeah. Mr. Cummings practically lives in America. And people who doing online show, most of them in America, are getting 1 month challenge. Since Donald Trump took over America, to where we sit today, chicken air price, bread, apple, coffee, rice, gasoline, none of those commodity prices are the same as when Trump took over from Biden, from Joe Biden. All the prices of commodities gone up in America.
Wow.
Since 2024, I want to put Mr. Cummings and former President we are on Broad Street for test. Since Joseph Bouaka took over, the price of rice that we met is not the same, but it has not increased. The price of gasoline or petroleum product, it is not the same, but it has not increased, it has reduced. And since we took over in January 2024, you don't see Liberians in queue with gallon to gas station and cars in queues fearing that there will be shortage of petroleum product. No shortage, no increase, but the costs have come down. Let Mr. Cummings and Mr. Weir come Broad Street. Let's debate the issue. Let them tell me what are I talk about rice, eh?
Yeah,
I talk about restaurant, eh? They are kilo gasoline, right? Let them debate this. When they say bread and butter issue, we may not have plenty people on job yet. That is why we're making a case for the work permitting to be very reviewed, so that people. But when President we are president and Ellis Cummings and his ANC endorsed Ellis Cummings ANC, he stayed in the back and they endorsed President we have to continue. Gasoline, we know what will happen here. Rice, we know what will happen here. You understand? LEC, in fact, some we took over, we save even the ordinary people from serious thing, economic hardship. You know how? Under President Weir, you used to buy credit for your LEC meter, and at the same time you buy gas for your generator. Because the meter will have plenty of credit on it, but no LEC power. So you can be using your generator. George Weir and Ellis Cummings, and the people who say nothing has changed, those who have generator in the places LEC current reach, They can't tell the last time they put a generator on. You don't hear communities noisy this time. Even when LEC goes, nobody rushing to put a generator on because they know LEC can be general. Right? The people know something has changed. They are just not nationalistic. They are not patriotic to say it.
Okay.
Say something has changed, put me there so I can make it better. Then you're making sense to me. If you say nothing has changed at all, 2 of you from the southeast, you're getting a car today. And you're leave Maryland today. And your car gets stuck. I mean, my people in the rescue mission, I brought all this thing to say, we that in government, having government authority, 2029 should not be our topic. What we must be doing is to reduce the talking point of the people who are talking about 2029 by doing our work every day. Opposition don't talk about LEC stability. Opposition don't talk about, how many times you on social media people posting that cars is getting stuck in the mud? We disarming those talking points.
Okay. All right, Senator, take that's Senator Abe Darius Dillon. We have to go. Kelvin Demi in the US. There any final word before we go?
Even when our government, the American government shut down for almost a month now.
Yeah.
The American government shut down. The U.S. House of Representatives running away from session.
Yeah. Kelvin,
I don't want to say that online. He said nothing happened in Liberia. You're bringing a debate with someone else on Broad Street.
Interrupting my parting comments.
Yeah, but you can do it again too.
Partner, let's do your party comment. We gotta go. We're out of time. Way out of time.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you, Senator Dillon, but the media have to do an audit review of Senator Dillon, and he knows what I'm talking about.
The media or you? Wait, don't put it in the media. The media or you?
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, Kevin, we gotta go and let's acknowledge Image TV, DTV Online, Report 231, DN News Online, Terrier Online, Spark TV, Today Liberia, Light New Africa, Fox TV, The Hit Media, The Excellent Liberian TV, Closing Argument, 45 TV, and The Class Reloaded. Wow,
and special credit and recognition, appreciation to Bourgeois Radio 98.1 for relaying.
Okay.
And Joy FM 101.5 for also relaying.
All right, so that will do it. Senator Dillon, thank you so much for coming.
Closing argument,
yeah, on behalf of Art of the and Tefelas Dami, my name is Danishon Mate. See you tomorrow. Shalom, peace, and life to you. Bye-bye.